Hi, this is Mike. Yep, that's me right there on the ground. Not a graceful skier, but I do have a little lesson I want to teach you from the ski slope. So stay tuned and watch this. And at the very end, I've got a free little guide I want to give you on how to get guests to return to your church. It's just a really practical stuff. And then also a little bit of news on how you can get a free iPad from reachkeep.com. Hi there. Hey, this is Mike uh, at reachkeep.com here, and addressing all our church leaders. I wanted to just give you a quick little lesson from a ski hill. Um, whew, Sweating. Just made it to the bottom last run of the day. Brought family down here at vacation time in Lake Tahoe area, California. Had 18 feet of snow here last month, so really quite a place. But that's the bottom right there. Well, one of the bottoms. There's several places you can get on and off. So I just wanted to chat with you for just a second and let you know a little lesson I learned. I'm the old guy in the family here, so I spend most of my time chasing everybody, trying to catch up with them. So we've skied for several days, but first couple days, I'll just give you the example. My teenager, who's 17, so he's like, and I'm 61, so yeah, quite a bit younger than me, more energy. He's always way ahead of me, and I always had to be looking for him, and he'd stop and wait for me, and I got a little lesson. It's kind of interesting. I spent really the whole first day, most of my time really just following him and looking after him, and not looking after him, but trying to catch up with him. And of course, he was waiting for me. But I spent a lot of time just looking for him. And it's hard to really ski well and work on what you're doing and all that when you're always kind of like, wait, am I behind? Or where is everybody? Did they go to the left? Did they go to the right? Where is everybody? And that's a little frustrating. So it's kind of an interesting thing. And I thought a little leadership lesson here. This is the last day here. I got to do a little skiing by myself, and I found that when I was skiing by myself and my son was way far ahead, or I said, hey, I'll just meet you at the bottom at the lift, and some of that I was able to really concentrate a lot more on what I was doing. I was able to work on my technique. It's like, when you ski, you basically, the boards go downhill pretty fast. They're slick on the bottom, and you kind of make turns to slow yourself down and that kind of stuff. So the more turns you make, the slower you go, or the straighter you go, the faster you go, and it's actually gets quite dangerous if you go too fast. So you have to do all the control is basically in the turns and the cuts, and especially if you're going through the big bumps, the moguls, makes a massive difference how fast you go. And you really need to work on it. And I found myself not being able to work on it because I was always paying attention to somebody else. I was always looking, comparing myself to where I was and trying to catch up with them. And that made for just really a poor time of learning. And I found that this last day here, I've been able to spend a little bit more time. And I don't know if you can see it now, it's snowing right now. It's kind of a little cloudy. But we're up in this fog, and that's totally different skiing. It was snowing pretty heavy. That's totally different skiing. The snow here at the bottom, we're near the bottom at about 9,000 feet. Totally different than way up at the top. It's a totally different thing. So you got to make some adjustments. And I think on leadership, there's just some great things there. We're always following after somebody else. If we're always looking and seeing what someone else is doing, we're never really going to be able to sharpen our own axe, sharpen our own techniques up. For me to make the, kind of the cuts in and out, back and forth, you got to do quite a few of them in a row. And I find I do a couple of them and I go, where is everybody? Where am I supposed to be? And I think that's not a healthy thing for leadership. I think if you're going to be a great leader, great church leader, whether you are a senior leadership or your Sunday school or whatever, you need to do what you need to do and not be comparing yourselves among ourselves. I think there's a verse that says something along that line. The Bible says the fear of man brings a snare, and we're always focused on somebody else. It's just not a healthy thing. So I want to encourage you, a little lesson from the slope here, to take time. And obviously you have to follow people. There's loyalty and there's bosses and authorities and some of those things that have to be done. But there's many places where we need to get out in front and really work on our own technique, really sharpen up what we're doing and hone in on what we're doing. And I want to encourage you to do that. So that's my little lesson from the slope. So I would start skiing down here with this in my hand, but my phone is white, and if I drop it, I'll lose it. I don't have a little selfie stick. I'm just kind of holding it here. So anyway, appreciate you guys so much at Reach Keep. Thanks for sharing everything. We got a lot of cool things going on with Reach Keep. Be watching your emails for all that. So anyway, lessons from the slopes, and this is Mr. Mike signing out. All right, hey, that was a fun time out there skiing. I really enjoyed it. I wish we had more time to do fun things like that, all of us together, in fact. Here, let me straighten myself up here and get a little bit more proper for talking. Anyway, hey, it's Reach Keep's 10th year. We have been doing this for 3,000 days, 3,650 days, I guess, to be exact. And actually, the anniversary is coming up a little bit here, so we're doing some special stuff, and we want to give away some of our very best stuff that has had the most downloads. And this one that I have here is called the 4 Techniques to Getting Guests to Return. It's just a little simple set of techniques to help those first-time guests become second-time guests. First-time visitors become second-time visitors, and we actually call them guests. You know, that's kind of the word that we prefer, and talk about them in a just a little bit more respectful way rather than just coming in and leaving. We want them to come and stay, be our guest, and so I'm going to teach you all about that in this little handout. It's just got some practical little tips. So if you enter your email stuff, we'll shoot that stuff right off to you in a free PDF format, and it'll be great. So also, just want to say we are involved in giving away some cool stuff for our 10th anniversary. Free iPads coming out, and as well as that, we're doing some Amazon gift cards and some stuff. So we will sign you up if you go ahead and download this. You'll get signed up for that, and we'll keep you posted as to when all that stuff is being handed out. So anyway, God bless, and you have yourself a good one. Hope you learned some good lessons from the slope, and I hope that this handout is very helpful to you and your local church.